Gabrielu Tanu sam srela u Londonu. Producent je 2 filma, znamo je iz Beograda, kada je sa svojim ocem došla i snimala sa Reifa Fajnsom. Srela sam je. Otac je pravio važan, naravno, kako mu je ćerka uspela. I sve to kamera zabeležila. Mickey Jamesa. Ovo je londonski stan gospodina Tane. Došla sam kod njega zato što on ima čime da se pohvali. Njegova ćerka Gabriela Tana je producent 2 filma koji imaju svetsku slavu u ovom trenutku. To je Filomena i Nevidljiva žena. Did you ever believe that you are going to go so far?
You know, I think you just have always put one step in front of the other, and you just sort of hope that what you're focused on right there and then is going to come true. I never really thought about the big picture in a big way. I just, you know, it's so hard, and I just kept hoping that I would be able to keep doing it. It was more about that than thinking about any, you know, great success, either critically or financially. But I wanted to be a winner. I always wanted to be a success, what I was doing. And there were times where I questioned, maybe I should be doing something else because, you know, it's so hard.
Not abandon my child. You'll be 50 today. Who is it?
We had a very good time doing this film. And working with Stephen Frears again, and working for the first time with Steve Coogan, and meeting Filomena. I mean, it was quite an experience.
In a lot of road movies, the destination's never the most important thing. It's the journey that's the important thing, and that's, I guess it's a metaphor for life.
So it's Judi Dench and Steve Coogan on the road looking to find out what happened to the child that she gave up. You know, it's great when we're just now in Venice. I mean, I didn't win the award, but the screenwriters, Jeff Pope and Steve Coogan, won the Best Screenplay Award in Venice. So that's a great, you know, honor to have produced a film that wins that. And when I was already in Belgrade making Koriolan, I started developing Filomena with Steve Coogan. So I was already working on that at the time that we were filming Koriolan. After Koriolan, it put Reif on the map as a filmmaker, as a director. A project came my way that I thought he would like. And so I took him that script, which is the script for The Invisible Woman, which then he spent a year working on.
You are the main producer of both films.
Yes. Yeah.
It is a great responsibility.
It is a lot of responsibility.
Is it difficult to find the money?
It is difficult. I think there were challenges, not so much on Filomena, just because somehow the pieces all came into place much more easily than on The Invisible Woman. But The Invisible Woman is a more complicated film to make because it's set in the 19th century, and it was costume drama. And if we were going to make the film, I was determined that we made it really exquisitely, with real truth to it, and to do that well cost a certain amount of money, and we didn't want it to look like television. So it's somehow what the market dictates in terms of what the value of those films is hard. It's a very fine line. So that was a bit of a struggle.
To leap up into it with a mighty bound, and the ship was gone.
Every film gives you a new set of problems. Every director has a new vision, a new way of working. Either they want to leave you to do what you do, and give you minimal advice or guidance. Other times they're very keen to have a very intense creative dialogue with you. Of course, I'm slightly different with this. I'm directing myself as well as many other brilliant actors.
Extraordinary story about Nellie Turner, who was the mistress of Charles Dickens. I read the original script that Abby had written to begin with, and then I was so fascinated by the story that I read the book. And then I thought this is an amazing world and gave the script to Reif.
Gabriela, kad je bila mlada, kad je bila tineđerka, dolazila na snimanje filmova koje sam ja u to vreme proizvodio, jer želela je da vidi, da nauči. Naravno, posle toga je studirala u Sierra Lawrenceu na Sorboni i film. Ona je želela da režira, studirala je režiju, ali se posvetila produkciji, što sam ja bio producent, njen deda je bio producent, mislim, sa mamine strane.
As a producer, you got certain recognitions recently.
Well, I think, having made 2 films in a year makes people look at you in a different way, and they take you very, very seriously. So I guess, now I'm in a situation as opposed to my having to go out and ask people. A lot of people are coming to me and asking me for, for projects and material. So that's a difference.
Do you think that you might be back with certain projects back to Serbia?
I hope so, absolutely. There are a couple of things that I'm looking at that I'm hoping to, come back with. So yes, that's definitely something that I'd like to see happen. And people do come to me actually with things that either make sense to shoot there or the story actually is set there. So I can see myself back.
Pa vi ste progovorili kasno srpski.
Da.
Kada?
Sada, sa Koriolan.
Tada ste progovorili srpski. Koliko ste dugo bili u Srbiji?
Sa Koriolan 6 mjeseca.
Je li to dovoljno se nauči srpski?
Da, nije još. Ja moram da, kako se kaže, I need to go and spend more time there.
Okay.